Hi everyone, this is Rebecca Berenstein from Usborne Books and More. Rebecca sells Usborne.com, and today I would like to talk to you about some of the choices that Usborne has for older children, school-age children, around 6, 7, 8, even 9. There's lots of different topics. There's just the series of series fiction readers, as well as nonfiction that are in specific topics for both boys and girls. And then there's activities and homework helpers and reference books that are geared towards older school-age children. And so I'm going to start showing you some. In the topic of boy-friendly kind of books that I find I really like knowing Usborne has, since I have 2 little boys, they have ones about drones, extreme sports, fighter planes, and they're a great flexi-bound. So they're a nice glossy page filled with a lot of nonfiction information and like a good comfortable feeling book. See how it's movable? I think this would go well in a backpack. So drones, danger watch, can learn a lot on this topic from just this little 80-page book. These are $8.99. It's also in with activities for ages 8 and up. They're another boy-centric, but I bet girls would like to do this too. Some paper airplanes. These are dragons. And you have the instructions inside. And then there's lots of different papers, and it shows where the folds should be, and it'll be kind of fun. They look like dragons. Everybody loves dragons, right? It's another good one. There's a couple of different versions of this style. And then, for those that are getting into computers, there's coding for beginners using Scratch. And there's a couple of different versions of coding for children. These are a spiral bound. You get into it, and once you've downloaded the program, you can use this to figure out how, on this page, we see how to build a band. And this is probably for ages 9 and up, kids that are starting to get into computer programming. And this would be a great starter for that. I think it goes along with Minecraft too, so anyone who's a Minecraft lover would like this book. Plus, I think the book itself is just so interesting to look at. I mean, I'm a little more interested in computer programming after having flipped through this. This is another great one. And we have Lift a Flat books for older children. This is one of the ones, How Things Work. Of course, these are another nonfiction. So this is going to be more the science side of things. Learn about simple machines. Even just knowing all the names of the simple machines. The cog, the pulley, lever, and then a little spot here where you can lift the flap and learn more underneath. And I like that there's a table of contents, so kids will know what is coming up. And this is another one that's hardbound. Even older children can use a hardbound volume. It's a fun one. And then there's other ones that are on science topics. There's also history topics and exploration in general. There's a castle one as well. You see inside different machines. So this is the exploration and discovery. You start on ancient explorers. And then going the distance. Over the ocean. So we're going the history of exploration. And of course, it ends with mountain climbing and space. And this is another Lift the Flap. So you learn a little more and have that interaction. Words under the flap. So it's a fun, engaging way to get older children interested in history and science topics. And speaking of science and history, really, I have the science encyclopedia right here. There is also a geography one. This is a nice volume, covers all kinds of different, over 1,000 different science topics. It's great color, and it's got the little thing you scan so that you can learn more. Internet links, yes. These are the quick links that are pre-approved by Usborne. They do a lot of work finding sites that will enhance your experience with the book, and you'll learn more and use that for homework help and going beyond what is in an encyclopedia. But I feel like this is proof that encyclopedias are still needed, and this encyclopedia helps you figure out where to go next in computer usage on the similar topics. So this is a nice version. This one's $19.99. There's a bigger version too that's more library bound, but I think this is a great starter reference book for kids in late elementary school, early middle school. And another early reference book, this is actually my first reference book, How Things Grow. This is going to be for ages 8 and up. It's $9.99, and look inside. Again, nice table of contents, beautiful illustrations. Since it's kids getting older, there are more words on the page here, and they're not as stiff of pages. But it does do the labeling, like grass and bush. So there are nearly 1,000 types of different kinds of plants, giving you some facts and some identifying. This is the bark, this is the tree trunk. So it's a really good early resource, as well as still making it child-friendly. Pick. Then another really popular series that we have for children, again 8 and up, are our illustrated stories. This is illustrated stories from Shakespeare. It's a nice hardbound with a puppy cover, very comfortable for reading. There is a ribbon bookmark, and there's illustration. In this version, it's little condensed versions, abridged versions of 5 different Shakespeare plays, like Hamlet, Midsummer Night's Dream, Macbeth. And there are other versions of this where it's an abridgment of a classic story, like a collection that may have Heidi and Little Women, or there's also the complete version of Little Women and Huckleberry Finn, and then there's adventure stories. So it's a great way of getting children exposed to classic literature at a young age and getting them to learn those topics. So these are a really nice one. They're very popular. And so those have been my picks for school-age kids from Usborne Books and More. This has been Rebecca Berenstein. Rebecca sells Usborne.com.